Welcome back. I'm GTF.
And I remain Un.
And we finally get to kill things.
At long last.
Oh, there's not much we could have done about that. It's either that or it's either wade through all that storyline or cut it all out, and I think cutting it all out would be a disservice.
Yeah, you don't always have to know why you're cutting a bloody swath through the local monster population, but this is easy. It adds to the experience.
Of course, and unfortunately we can't turn into the monsters this time and find and listen to them wail and cry over why we are hacking them apart.
Which was really cool, but at least it doesn't, leave you conflicted like, at least with me, East 2 and 4 sometimes did.
Yep. And we just take a massive drop, and Adol shrugs it off like nothing because he is knees of steel. He doesn't know the meaning of the word falling damage.
Just another aspect of his mutation that also leaves him with the only red hair in the universe.
Apparently so. And these goblin thingies are probably the worst monsters we'll encounter for most of the mine. They take a couple more hits, and at the start they can survive your basic combo, so they might be able to squeeze off a whack with their club, but otherwise, they're pretty harmless. They are one of the two overtly aggressive enemies in the mines, though.
And it does give you that nice warning flash when they're about to take a poke at you, which is very kind of the game.
Indeed. And we have an important-looking door that is, of course, locked.
As important-looking doors will be in just about any RPG situation.
Indeed. And there's really no reason to be going into this part of the room yet. The main reason that we're here is not accessible to us at the moment. As we'll see, it's an even more important-looking door. The reason why I'm going in here is because there's a breakable urn that has a decent amount of cash in there. That's one of the main ways to get a healthy chunk of money really quickly, is to track down one of the many breakable pots or urns or other sort of storage devices strewn about the dungeons, and smash them open. Hey, money. Sometimes they don't always have money, other times they'll just have healing items and stuff in them.
That is a very handy addition to East, the Oath and Felghana, relative to Wanderers from East, which didn't have those breakable items, and the only way you could really get gold was in the traditional grinding method of running back and forth through areas and killing a lot of things, or golding if you've been seeing the Golvelius IPAT.
That is probably one of the weirder moments of English I've seen.
And it repeats, too. In an upcoming segment, it comes up again.
Oh, that's charming. Absolutely charming. But I think the greater part of that game is just how pissy and angry people get when you don't buy their stuff, or if you want to buy their stuff and don't have the money for it.
Thou art a moron of the first class.
Wow, way to keep your customers there. I don't want to buy from you anymore. And here's the treasure chest. I actually didn't mean to open that, but whatever. I was too busy getting my head bashed in. And here's 5 Revolve. As I was saying before, this game just tosses you tons of Revolve. The demand for it gets kind of high because the higher level gear take more than one Revolve to refine, sometimes like 30 or 50 in a shot. And you don't really have to worry too much about it because monsters later on will start dropping it, and you'll get chests or like hundreds of it in a single go. And there was an important looking shiny thing we can't quite reach yet.
He wants to be damn sure you don't miss it.
That was also that was another change from the other versions of Wanderers. That particular item is usually just given to you later by like the foreman or something like that. In this case, we have to go find it, and we actually have to come across it sooner.
Right there was one thing that I was really happy to see in this version of the engine. In the original incarnation in East 6, Ark of Nepishtim, you only had 2 jumping attacks, an upward one and a downward one, but in this one you can actually do a normal slashing combo in midair, which is really handy.
Very much so, especially because it also sort of moves you forward a little bit, so you can sort of chase the moving enemy. But, just having the upward one made fighting aerial enemies in Nepishtim incredibly irritating.
Oh yeah. Ricardo sent me.
We're being told that Adol is doing something again. And this is Dewey, he's the foreman.
Dewey and Louie are already dead.
Nobody cared about them anyway. It was all about Dewey. Everyone knows he was the favorite. And now he's warning us about the indestructible monsters that we're going to need a special item to fight. Wouldn't be a good East game without one of those, right?
Indeed. Maybe there's something in the storehouse. Just possibly.
Who knows? Of course there's something in there. Now we can now go back all the way to the other end of the mine and open that first important looking door. Of course there's going to be something useful. The game wouldn't send us over there if there wasn't anything. And I'm talking to him again to see if he has anything else to say. And now I'm just gonna, now pardon me while I cleave my way through these bastards once again. It's good to do so, because money is the bigger concern than having enough revolve to do things, in all honesty. Equipment gets really expensive really quickly. And early on, you don't get a lot of money for killing these things, so you gotta kill as many things as you can while you're on the way. It's again, really more just for grinding some gold rather than actually leveling up. At least on normal difficulty, anyway. It's pretty easy to just naturally progress through the game without stopping to grind for levels, and you'll do just fine. Only like a moderate amount of difficulty on normal mode.
And the whole no particular need for grinding thing is much appreciated in any game, at least as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, especially in sort of like an action RPG, like these newer East games. I don't like having to stop and grind. Even doing it for money is a little irritating, but, you know, the amount of money you get for killing stuff takes up pretty quickly. It's just if you want to try to get some good equipment early, you're going to have to stop to grind.
And on the topic of collectibles, seems worth pointing out another difference from the original Initiative engine. The only way to restore your health is to pick up the things that the monsters drop, which take effect immediately. There aren't really